So my name is Kayla-Megan Burns and I've been your VP Community this year. Well, I've just loved clubs and societies and I've been involved with them ever since I've arrived here at Strathclyde. I've had quite the history of volunteering, whether it was through youth groups or school. It's just always kind of something that I've done. So mixing that with opportunities to get involved with things that I'm really passionate about, such as climate change, the role of VP Community really just felt like it was made for me. As my skills have developed over the past year, however, I felt that I have a much better understanding of much larger student issues and I felt much more able to carry them, hence me running for the position of president for the coming year as well. I'm really proud to have had some quite significant wins in regards to climate this year. I've worked with the university to set targets for them going net carbon zero and the plans that sit behind those targets. I've campaigned for fossil fuel divestment and ethical investments, and there's still some really exciting work that should be hopefully coming out shortly that I'm really excited for you to hear about. But I've also had like some smaller wins across the campus as well, including like getting more microwaves on campus, securing a rent freeze in halls for next year. I've done a lot of work on common rooms and academic families, and I've made just other smaller changes to volunteering in clubs and societies to kind of make it as rewarding and as accessible to all students really as possible. Not really. I think the only thing that I wish I could do is focus on clubs and societies for just a little bit longer. I think there are some changes that we could be making to look after societies with different needs. But since the term is only 1 year, it is so short. I think it takes so much time to kind of learn what changes need to be made and really how to make them. But I'm really grateful because I've still been able to make a good start in that work, and I'm confident that Rue, your new VP Community for next year, will do an absolutely amazing job with it. I think some of my favourite times were during Freshers. Freshers was just absolutely chaotic and I hardly set foot off campus really the whole week. But it was absolutely fantastic just having all of that time with the team. I feel like we really got to bond and I met so many mad students. It was just the absolute best. During Freshers I signed my first human being, where they recognised me from a climate video that the union had put out the week before, and literally he came up to me in the foyer of the union building, whacked his arm out and asked for me to sign it, which was absolutely mental. So it gave me a bit of a laugh. It made me feel like an absolute celebrity. So thank you, dude from Freshers. I had no idea how intense the role as a student exec would be. I thought I'd be coming in, having some fun with clubs and societies, working on volunteering and climate issues, but I suppose I had no concept of all of the work that goes in behind that. Being a student exec involves a lot of university meetings, committees, and it really can be daunting at first. But once you get into the flow of it, and so long as you do your best to represent students, it's pretty hard to go wrong. I think it's really important to be able to draw on the support that's there for you, whether it's other student officers across Glasgow, whether it's NUS, your other officers in the office or staff, even just students that are really keen. I think it's so important to draw on the support that's there for you, because it's a really big job, and just by doing that you'll be able to really maximise how much you're able to achieve. And as well, it just really helps with looking after yourself, which is so important throughout all of this as well. Well, I'm really excited to be starting another year here at Strathclyde Students' Union, but this time I'll be staying in as president, so it's an entirely different role and I'm really going to miss the old team, but I'm so excited to get the new team in and to see what we can achieve this year. I suppose just thanks for having me. It's been an absolute honour to have been elected, not just as your VP Community, but now as your president as well. It's been such a pleasure to be able to carry your issues forward this year, but also to be able to carry them on into next year as well, and to just kind of do whatever you think is important as students. So just thanks so much, and I hope to be seeing a lot of yous this year.